Hey guys, it's Sixnick Games, and we're going to the recent tab. I sure hope there aren't any bad levels here. So let's start with Make Your Triple Spike. I'm assuming that's what it is. Alright, I can't even... Oh, there's my player. Alright, you're clearly a psychopath to incorporate a mirror portal into it, but for some reason this is really difficult. Like... Not gonna lie, I think they did something to this. Did they fix Hitbox It? No, they didn't. No. Yeah, I honestly hate platformer levels because of... Alright, that's the only triple spike, and we made it. Unfortunately, that was in practice mode. So let's go to Annihilate. Alright, this level doesn't really match its name. It's not that hard. But this is actually one of the better levels that I'm seeing today. But it is actually fairly difficult, just not like really difficult. So let's do practice mode. I'm probably gonna be doing practice mode a lot because I don't want to bore you with doing attempt after attempt after attempt after attempt after attempt after attempt after attempt. So there's where we died last time. So we're going strong. It's getting kind of repetitive though. It's just like this is basically just so we need to jump there. Should have been better telegraphed, but whatever. So we're going down. Alright. I mean, this is an okay level. It's not like recent tab style garbage. So there's some progress. It's actually like, I wouldn't mind if this was base after base or Can't Let Go. I mean, it's probably not as good, but it's like not that bad. And alright, now we're getting kind of messed up. But there should be checkpoint saving. Why isn't there? I'll just do it myself. And it turns out that checkpoint was kind of going to waste because the level ended, as you can see. Oh. Now let's go to Unnamed 1. Alright. That's a jump if I've ever seen one. Only takes one jump though. Maybe it's meant to be like a really hard jump, but it wasn't. El Mundo de Cubos. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Alright. Now this level's kind of an eyesore. In fact, it's so much of an eyesore that I didn't even notice there was a spike there. Now let's turn on practice mode, since it looks like this one's fairly long, too. Sorry, I'm just not used to the mechanic of jumping onto, like, those thingies that I need a bit of practice. Alright. There's just a lot of random cubes scattered everywhere, but creator's choice. Sus cube. Hopefully yeah, we got the right one. I'm actually surprised we got that first try. I mean, just get rid of fix the make the decoration a little bit less annoying, and this would actually be a level that I'd play. Maybe not my favorite, but it would be one that I'd play. Alright, I guess there's just a cube every time you have to jump. Now we're to Geometrical Dominator with all that robot. I didn't even realize there was blocks there. I thought it was just a cube. Alright, so I'm like blast processing difficulty wave. Why isn't it I swear that this isn't setting that many checkpoints. So I guess I'm gonna have to take it into my own hands. Alright, that portal's kind of annoyingly placed. Really annoyingly placed. How did they get away with that? Alright, there's a triple spike, but I think we're at double or even triple speed, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, that monster should have eaten me, but I'm not complaining. I survived. Didn't I? I am getting skill issued so hard. Alright, we're just we're not even done. We still have a little bit to go. So, yeah, this is like recent tab, but it's not like the worst you'll see. Giving me very Geometrical Dominator-esque vibes here. But Geometrical Dominator is not the worst level, so I'm not complaining. Alright, I think we're going to be able to complete. I think we're going to be able to complete this in practice mode. And there we go! Booyah! Alright, what's the next level? Now let's go to spam, LOL. I have a bad feeling. Oh, you just have to spam. Let's just jump over that. We can. Alright. Complete 100 user created levels in normal mode. I didn't even realize I was creating that in normal mode. Now let's go to start again. Alright. I wouldn't be surprised if this was stolen, but I'm not accusing them. This, like, is giving me big outer space vibes. Let's go into practice mode. Yeah, since I'm a wimp. Alright, this is getting actually really heated. Especially in that wave section. And that dash orb is kind of annoying. I'll give this an insane. Let me click all those. I swear oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Wait, that wave section isn't even a real section because you can just because it's so auto. Alright, I almost died getting. Now I died. Alright, this is actually kind of fun. It's annoying, but fun at the same time. A good combination when it comes to this game, because basically all the levels are annoying. Because of a thing that's called dot. Oh. We need to, like, click just the right amount, because we get, like, thrust downwards. I set a checkpoint because I really don't want to do. Sorry, my brain was not braining. Now that section, now that ball section you actually have to click in. That's deceptive. You shouldn't make all balls. I mean, the wave. Geez, talking too much really makes me have a brain fart or two. What am I even saying? I kind of sound like Zoink when he verifies like a top 1. Like I'm like, oh my god. Wait. And I'm posting this. Alright, so. Alright, that's actually an annoying jump. The rest of them I was kind of joking, but that one's actually not so good. Alright, fortunately. Alright, better not let that happen again. That's the first, like, real bad recent tab thing that happened, falling down there randomly. Alright. So, not so bad. And it's about over now. We're just doing the last few jumps. Why does it just random? I guess it does that random speed portal so it can make it to the end, but why don't you just make the end closer to where the last jump is? A light something. 1. Alright, just 2 jumps and like a random thing popping up behind you that you never get to interact with. Alright, wave is waving. Yeah, I can agree with that. Oh my god, this is actually difficult. This is. Alright, better not get. Alright, I need to lock in, that's why I'm not talking so much. Yeah. I'm kinda really just terribly manipulating practice mode here. That's not good. Alright. Bear with me here. Alright. This is like just the typical nearly impossible level. It's nothing bad for this tab. In fact, there's a lot worse than this. Like, this is actually this is actually one of the better levels I've seen today. Alright, that was an unfortunate place to set a checkpoint. And that was a fortunate place to... Oh my god. If that was meant to be Among Us, bro, stuck in 2020. Silver bells. Let's try this one. Alright. Jump pad. Alright, this is a lot. Alright, I guess you have to click twice there. Why? Alright! Never mind. Like, come on, just like put spikes down there. Don't break our hearts like that. Alright, I think we need practice mode for this. Nervous shrug emoji. Alright. The recent tab, am I right? I mean, this is the recent tab, so... Alright, we can't do that either. We can't do that. Oh, I thought we just need to die to get back to where we were. I'm not... Come on, just like, put a spike down there. How hard is that? Alright, whoever made this level, I have to say, you take the cake for psychopaths. Alright, we set a checkpoint. That's all I needed to do. I think we can make it past that gap. Yeah, we can definitely. Alright, can we finish the level like this? Or is there another wall? Alright, we beat the level. Looks like you needed to add another wall. Alright, let's go to 128M. Alright, so this is like club step but cube, but like all cube. This is like club step but rigged. I don't see any way that like sends us up into a spike. Like, do we need to like click before that path? No, you can't do that. So maybe that harder orb has something to do with this. But yeah, this might be impossible. Yeah, I think this is impossible. I'm just gonna rate it a demon since it's impossible. Free coins. Hopefully these are actually free. Alright. Now, if you're still watching, which you probably aren't, but who knows, make sure to like and subscribe because I'm risking my sanity doing this. Now let's go to day cycle. Alright. Auto levels. I thought those were spikes, but no. Alright, 1 or 2 more levels, guys. Bear with me. I want to see like an actual level that's kind of good. Straight fly helper. Well, that's an impossible level if I've ever seen one. You just go straight into the spike. Fire dash X. I'm assuming you don't want to hit that. Alright, this is like just club step though. That like one jump is literally borrowed straight from club step. Maybe it has like a few differences though. Can you just fall into that? Of course you can. Alright. Like I've said, this level is a level. Fortunately, to practice mode, I can see that spike's not exactly one you want to hit. I'm assuming you don't want to hit that. I thought you could hit that pink orb for a second there. I guess we're just gonna have to make it past the legitimate way. Alright, we didn't need that. Alright. Alright, this is like the ship sections I make, which I just skipped the speed portal. I wonder if you could skip the pink speed portal. Or if you just crash into that thing. Alright. Bear with me. I'm not good at the game, if you couldn't tell already. Why do you have to add near portals? Like, this level was bad enough as it was. Why do you have to add spider portals? All of this. Well, you didn't need that all, but thanks. That made that easy jump even easier. Alright. Some difficulty. I'm not good at spider. I'm not good at anything, if you couldn't tell already. Alright. Yeah, you really need to be careful where you place those. Oh. Why do you even need to... Why do you need it to be dual for this? Just to confuse us? Oh, I didn't realize my checkpoints would be invisible. Alright. This just reminds me of Time Machine. That, like, one jump over there. Those two jumps remind me of Time Machine. Why does it have to be dark, though? Alright, some basic straight fly. Alright, we don't even need those platforms. In fact, I'm wondering if they're supposed to be avoided. Alright! Stop adding invisible spikes. It's not funny. It's not exactly funny, dudes. Why is that one checkpoint visible, but the rest aren't? I'm clicking the wrong button. Sorry, guys. I wasted some of your time there. Alright. That's a needlessly long transition, but okay. Some UFO straight fly. Alright, so this is probably going to be the last level. Oh, I'm not used to upside down wave. And yeah, recent tab. Now, thanks for watching this video. And I just want to say, well, maybe I should save it for when it's actually done, instead of when the GG pops up. Alright, that was inconvenient. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Alright, can you stop spawning the checkpoint there? Yeah. Alright, goodbye, guys. Sick Snick out.